To hit the sweet spot with the latest equipment from our friends at the Pro Shop.
Guys, I thought we got a show to film here. What's going on?
Hey, we like these drivers. That's why
I
we're hitting
see
them.
that. You haven't stopped hitting for the last 10 minutes.
Well, really, because Srixon is catered for the ladies. La 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 la.
By the way, she's a 5 handicap and she does know what she's talking about. So, Bells, give the viewer a bit of information on what you found with this Z355.
I'll tell you what, Cruzy, it feels absolutely phenomenal and the sound is nice. You know, we are on the field side and PJ over here is on the tech side. They dropped this off with you about a week ago. What did you find with it?
They did. When they dropped it off with me, I had a look at it. Nice, plain and simple. When you put it down, the head really I love it. When I put it down, it looks like a nice driver. But the thing that really stood out, when I hit it, it sounds like it goes far, and it does go far. And complemented with a nice shaft. I know it's called a Jinsuku, but look, we all know Miyazaki makes a really good shaft.
Premium.
And I actually have a shaft like this in my driver, so that's most probably why I did like it. But PJ, once again, we're throwing it back at you. Give us a bit more information. We spoke about the feel. You are techie.
First up, let's talk about that Miyazaki that you have mentioned there. The Jinsoku, 100% correct, stands for speed, or Japanese word for speed. What is interesting, I think you've still got an older Kusala white, if I'm not mistaken. You hit that really, really nicely. Also something that's a little bit firmer in the tip, if I recall correctly. Now you'll see this one,
I saw this.
It's 5. It's slightly firmer in the tip. Now, again, this comes back to the action mass that we discussed when we did the iron. So effectively, the head is a little bit heavier than a standard driver would be. You compensate by moving the weight higher in the shaft. So in your hands, it feels great. But there's a lot more mass at impact. So you can imagine, you miss it a toe or heel, the club isn't going all over the show, and it's coming out straight. And it's quite exciting for me, you know, the era we're in. Guys are making drivers lighter, but they're making heads heavier to make them more stable without you actually feeling that weight. So it's actually very, very well thought out.
PJ, the thing that complemented this driver for me as well is plain and simple. You know, if you need to put the Allen key in there, it doesn't confuse you. It's just neutral, standard, and whatever. How many degrees can you go up from?
You can go in half degree increments. You can go 1.5 degrees up, 1.5 degrees down. So what have we got? So we got a 10.5. You can make this a 12. You can knock it down to 9.
Perfect.
Yeah, and that's all you want. I mean, that gives you those little half-degree increments. Again, the other thing that we just need to mention briefly is for your stronger guy out there going, yeah, that's nice, it's a new Miyazaki, but I'm maybe a little bit strong. Any of the Miyazaki range in that premium lineup would be a custom fit option for this driver, which brings it into play for a lot of guys.
As you know, guys, custom fitting is the way to go. So even if these clubs were made for your mid to high handicapper, even the better player can fit any shaft that suits their game into these heads here. So make sure that you run down to your nearest fitter and get custom fitted.